Hardman is nearby, within arm's reach. Some might say in the heart of Phandalin. He taunts us wondering where the council people are and rewriting my letters. We ask him questions, and he answers in riddles before before climbing down the secret hatch in his head room. Ralof pulls me and Denali aside for a private chat. Ralof, almost hurt, or at least expressing this sort of hurt expression, asks us if we must handle these doppelgangers how we choose for him not to be there. For he was hurt before the same and treated as the same, and shows his arm cut up and scarred. Denali, oh, yeah, Denali asks me and Rayloff if we should ask anything else to the gangbanger, and he answers we may ask one question, and he'll answer truthful. I ask if, oh yes, I ask if Rex is being controlled to commit a disaster worse than the gas war, and Double Hardman answers no, that they are trying to stop him. Denali asks what is stopping them from actually working with us, and he answers how can they trust us if we cannot trust our own people. He speaks of how we broke down his door and treated him wrong, and I apologize for Koi's actions, for it was done out of pride, whereas mine was done from pure care. He asks Paulina if she knows the significance of hats and why she put one on if it wasn't hers, and she said it was given to us. He asks her, did the hat sing if she put it on? She doesn't remember and says no, but divulges information about it being a wizard's hat. He shares information that it belonged to M.A., Miral, and Ardendok, the brother and sister maids that worked on the tubes in Gibber, Mimic, and Nomengar. He says where he comes from, you don't wear another man's hat, and tells us a story as we descend into the caverns. I whisper to him, I whisper to him to ask for information about how they shift into people, and he tells me doppelgangers siphon from the person's soul every time they shift. And then Paulina asks what his ideal instrument is, and he says he's a beast at the harmonica. I think she's trying to recruit for her and Katil's little celestial band. I relay the information to Denali of her parent about her parents and the hope. At first, she steps back and is defensive. Harbor, her eyes harbor thunder and lightning, or rage, and her echo flickers, reflecting this. She grits her teeth as a tear falls down her face. We have a close moment and have a hug, vowing to find her parents no matter what. I sheepishly ask, after reaching this point, to be able to ride on her shoulders as I did with Koi, and she agrees, and we establish the little giant friendship. Paulina joins in, and Paulina joins in, cuddles sitting on my head, and she grasps Denali's hands and swaps the cuddles senses. And then now Denali guides her, and the doppelganger guides us to the real Harbin, passing Rayloff before Denali, confused, extends her hand to Rayloff, and Rayloff, also confused, shrugs and takes her hand. Denali, now a glorified babysitter. Fake Harbin channels this life force back into Harbin, who we see strapped to this table, surrounded by bloody tools and what seems to be a waterboarding center. Fake Harbin collapses as the real gains life, and black oily tendrils speak through Fake Harbin. I hope you enjoyed my truth. Rex will. And then I missed the second half as this venomous tone as he grabs a blade and slits his throat. Quickly, we react. Rayloff and Denali moving to free Harbin as I move to the fake doppelganger and with a sliver of known pace, quickly applying it to his throat, now sounding through a strained voice.
Very cool. Um, Also, real cool moment for Rayloff at the end there. He healed Harbin and saw a little memory of a woman uh holding him and asking uh Jurgen if she can call him Rayloff.
I forgot about the Jurgen gifts after that.
And Rayloff, I sent you a little picture of the woman that you
Yeah, I
saw.
saw it.
Okay. Um. So, real quick, as you guys have freed the real Harbin, you notice a few differences. First off, his eyes are a little sunken, skin's a little pale, um, bruises all over his body, gashes in his shirt. Um, those of you that have kind of like, I'm assuming Denali and Rayloff may have like tried to like hold him up or something, and you would notice that his limbs are a little weak and frail. Um, his mayor garbs, blood, basically bloodstained. Um, you also see that the ring finger on his right hand is completely missing, and instead is a haphazardly cauterized um, like wound. Um, you get the sense that he's been tortured for quite a while, from all these bruises and gashes on his body, and um, he tries to lift his head a little bit at this point, to see what's going on, but can barely manage to hold his head up. And with a rasping whisper, he says, John must get to the mine. Mountains Toe, very soon. It's urgent. But and he kind of like looks around at the ceiling a little bit. I I don't know what day it is anymore. Could be weeks or just hours. Doesn't matter. The mine must be reclaimed. Speak with the council. And at the word council, um, he seems to go like in and out of consciousness at this point, closing his eyes, opening them a little bit, closing his eyes. Even through the heal that Rayloff did, you can definitely sense this weakened state that he's in.
I kind of just looked to Denali, like super confused, like the hell.
What is this mine he speaks of?
Not the one where we met those two dwarves?
No, that was an excavation site.
Yeah. I have no clue. I heard of a mine, but it's the one he tried to send us to. He kind of points at like the doppelganger. Something about was it gnomes?
It's always known.
Don't always side eyes for soon. Is the mine that Farbin tried to send you to the same one that Harbin speaks of?
I don't know. Maybe the council will know.
Is the council
Um,
not at the mine?
May I put in something real quick? So the real Harbin and the fake Harbin both want us to go to this mine, right? There's probably something happening there, wherever this mine is, but it's probably a trap. Whoever, probably the orcs, are ready for us there, but they're doing some fuck shit that we gotta stop, but they know we're gonna come. Is essentially what I'm thinking here.
At the mention of orcs, um, Harbin will kind of like awaken a little bit, and his eyes are kind of like glazed over a bit, and he'll say, Big Al, my friend, my partner, they were after him, the orcs. They
He's all right.
wanted his secret. They they knew about the ranch, about the and his strength kind of falters a bit and his head dips down. I I don't know if they found him yet. I pray to the gods listening that Big Al and his family that they're safe. He doesn't deserve this. And his voice kind of trails off and he kind of goes back into unconsciousness.
I'll stand up after sort of securing fake Harbin with tying his hands off so he can't try and gag himself. Uh, and oh, let me see. Let me look at my spell slots. Yeah, fuck it. I will. Because how much did Rayloff heal him for?
Um,
That's a good question.
4.
For. Alright, so I'll walk over and to try and bring him back. I'll actually, can I walk over and do a medicine check? I want to sort of look him over, like his face, his skin, to see if it's just like his injuries or if it's something more like exhaustion and fatigue.
Okay, go ahead.
Alright. So first, D4. Okay, 2, and then 14.
You can kind of sense that it's a little bit of both. Um, if you recall the conversation with Fake Carbon, he mentioned that he hadn't been down in a couple of days. So you would assume that Harbin hasn't really gotten any food. So he's definitely like really bad off right now. He's even with the 4 health, 4 HP that he got, I mean he's only he's barely hanging on here.
Alright, so I'll lay a hand on his chest and I'll cast Cure Wounds. 9 HP. Channeled sort of into his chest, and there's a whisper heard around him. Does he look like he responds from that?
Um, so as you kind of heal him, you do see a little bit of color come back to his face. And he wakes up again for a brief moment. And he's kind of just like staring through you almost. Like he knows you're there. He knows that like your group has saved him. And he'll say, "My brother at Loggers Camp. Last we spoke, things were bad. Couldn't feed the camp. No deliveries. No supplies. He sounded desperate. Please, you have to help him and those he helps there. This wasn't supposed to happen." And through these 3 things that he's saying, you kind of get the sense that he's like these are the only 3 things that he's been thinking about this entire time. It's almost like he's like just repeating these over and over in his head, and he's not even like speaking to you guys almost. he's just like recounting these memories before he goes back into unconsciousness.
I'll look to the others and say, whether it be a trap, I know both of them were saying to try and get Don John Raskin to this mine. Uh, I know. Well, I know before Fake Hartman sort of did whatever he did. He did speak at least a somewhat positive intention, I guess, in trying to stop Rex. With actual Harbin telling us that this needs to happen. Maybe there's something there that can help us, or Don John Raskin has something there that can help our efforts. As far as Hardman saying we need to reach out to the council, I agree. Actually, we need to search for Anek and Leonce. They might be down here as well. If not, I will have to. We'll have to go to Neverwinter. I'll have to speak to the council, either with proof of bodies or under the spell zone of truth for evidence. But we should definitely stop there first before doing anything else.
I agree.
Pretty much immediately when you're done speaking, Rothun, Harbin, are you close to him?
Yeah, I'm like right next to him.
Okay. He'll kind of reach out with his right hand, the one without the ring finger, and he'll kind of like grasp your shirt a little bit or whatever you're wearing, and kind of like with as much strength that he can actually muster, which isn't a lot. So you kind of you feel this like weak little tug, almost as if he's trying to pull you forward. And he says, "They're still down here. The others, the other poor souls. I heard them." And he starts to like cry a little bit. Their screams, the torture, it echoed through the stone, night after night. Or maybe it was all in my mind. I I I don't know anymore. I don't know what's real or how long I've been in the dark. I I haven't seen the sun in forever.
I place my hand behind his head and lay him back down as I say, "Don't worry, you're coming out with us. The sun is out, fresh air, and Big Al is actually here, so he'll be happy to see that you're okay. Well, somewhat okay."
His eyes open, probably the widest they have at the mention of Big Al's name, and Big Big Al is safe. And
I
he's like
nod and
looking at you longingly.
I sort of gesture to Rayloff. Rayloff was the one that saved him while we were there at the Butter Skull. He's the one you should thank, and I sort of try and help pull him to sit him up so he can kind of get some blood flow going on. And I'll sort of lay his arm on my shoulder so he can actually like lean his weight on me to sit up and look around.
As he sits up, um, you kind of motion to Rayloff.
Yeah.
a sudden fear comes over his face. His eyes kind of darken and widen. That's not Rayloff.
Repeat that.
And he okay, so he's basically seeing a ghost like above table. He basically is like looking straight at a he doesn't think you are who you are is basically what's happening
Okay.
here.
Okay. I was like, wait a minute. Go on.
Mm.
Proceed. Yeah.
As he says that, Denali, like, pulls out her battle axe and slowly turns towards and steps away from Rayloff.
The Ketil's gonna kind of step between the two of you.
She's not
All right, cool.
attacking, but
I know. I'm just.
okay.
He's gone through this before. He's.
He's gone through this before.
If he's had a nickel for everybody's thought about killing his brother, he'd have 2 nickels. It's really weird.
Have you known, she says to Katil, have you known this whole time that there is a gangbanger that walks among us?
No, there's no. Okay. No, no. He's wrong. He's wrong. I'm telling you, there's no gangbangers around.
At this fake Harbin is just on the ground like with his arms behind his back tied. He's just like he's just enjoying this.
Denali will like slowly step forward and just put her foot over his mouth, not like pushing pressure to hurt him, but just enough to like at least quiet him.
Okay.
I don't know what he's on about, but I'm the real me.
That sounds like something a gangbanger would say to convince somebody they were not a gangbanger.
We really need a quotes channel for this fucking Discord.
And now you're ruining my immersion. I'm
so
joking.
sorry. I'm trying
No,
to
you're
keep
fine.
it serious.
It was
like,
a joke. Now you're all good. Just want to be a little silly. That's all.
I'll rub Harbin's back and I'll say, Harbin, like, you're fatigued, you're exhausted. This is Rayloff, who we've been with all this time. And I'll look to Denali. I even had the interaction with Rayloff before we all even met in Fandolin after our weird dreams. And we've been together ever since, covering each other's backs, protecting each other. If he was a doppelganger, I'm pretty sure none of us would still be ourselves here.
Denali will look to Rayloff, and then Katil, and Rothun, and then back to Rayloff. And she'll like narrow her eyes, kind of like, I'm watching you, but will stow her weapon. She keeps her foot on Farbin's face.
Farbin.
And the real Harbin I hate having to do this. Real Harbin, fake Harbin. I'm just gonna say Harbin and Farbin. Harbin, he kind of like lifts his left arm a bit, like really weak, and kind of like points towards Rayloff. And all he's able to do at this point before he completely passes out is just say the name Rex.
That sounds familiar.
I'll raise an eyebrow and say, are you trying to say he's Rex? I mean, there is the connection. I mean, but that's not Rex.
Wait, but that means he knew Rex.
I look nothing like a wizard. We may be related, but casting is none of my repertoire, I guess.
Didn't you literally heal him like 10 minutes ago?
Okay, there's a difference. There's a difference. You have Pauline, you have the Ranger. Okay, there's a big difference.
Yeah, Harbin is
I'll,
passed out. He's no longer coherent.
oh, he's out again. But Kitil, you bring up a good point. He called out Rex. He must have had an actual interaction with him at some point. All right, well, let's go ahead and try and get them off this table, slouch them against the wall. We're gonna need to find the others quick, and then I'll start to try and pivot him off of the table.
Denali would help lift him up and place him somewhere comfortable. Ish.
Yeah, careful with his legs. Folks that must lay in one spot for a while tend to have pretty weak legs.
How exactly are you guys picking him up?
Mm, I already had him like slouched on me, so I imagine like with him sitting up, I pull his legs over, and then I'm not gonna say how Denali, like how I envision Denali giving support, but like that's what I would start doing, like pivoting his legs like off the table.
Okay.
Denali would follow suit, depending on how that goes. The backup plan would be to sort of like scoop him up like a bibby, and carry him over.
Okay. So if you would go to scoop him up like that, um, his finger falls out of his pants pocket.
Ooh, found the finger.
Is it too late to put it on ice? It's in at my home if somebody lost a appendage or digit. We were able to keep it fresh in snow for reattachment. But I am not a learned shaman, so I do not know if we're past that point.
Rothun sort of looks up at the ceiling and like he like almost catches himself as he like gags a little bit. He's like, I don't want to look. I feel like it's covered in gangrene. I can't do squishy limbs. Nope.
I,
Keep it in.
I need
Keep
you.
it in.
I need you to pick that up as I'm carrying Harbin to someplace more comfortable.
Please ask someone else. I can't do it. I can't do. I can do a lot of things. I can't do. Nope. Moldy limbs. I can't do it. I don't want to look. Katil Rayloff. Paulina, please. Somebody else. I can't do it.
All right. I get it, man. Calm down. And I'll walk over and I'll just like I'll give a hand, I guess.
And I'll mention again that his ring, like where his ring finger used to be, it's just like cauterized skin. Like almost like an iron was just like put right on there to cauterize it. So like reattaching it probably won't work.
Denali doesn't know that.
Yeah.
I absolutely do. I have in my notes that it's cauterized, but she
Okay.
doesn't know that. Like I said, she's not a learned shaman.
Oh, that's rough. Ugh.
Uh,
Does anybody tell Denali that it's probably not salvageable?
No, I'll tell her like, man, like Denali, I don't think that's not really gonna work there. You can't really save that.
What should we do? Do you make
Here.
necklaces out of that here?
No, we don't make necklaces out of that. He's gonna like look around for a rag and just like hold the rag in his hand and then like kind of like motion for her to put the finger in the rag.
Oh, I don't have it. I have the Harbin. I don't have the finger.
Oh, is it just like on the table?
No, I
Or
thought
is it in his pocket still?
it had fallen
fell
out.
out. On the ground, yeah.
No, okay, I'm just gonna like pick it up with the rag like I'm picking up a dead like mouse and just kind of wrap it up and stick it back in his pocket.
Your customs
I'm
are
kind-
interesting.
What was that?
Your customs, they are quite interesting.
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
There's his finger.
I'm kind of glad Koi isn't here for that part because he may have made a necklace out of it. Okay.
Oh, you just know that damn necklace of his is full of ears at this point, right?
Oh, they're probably all molded, and he embraces the fact.
Oh yeah, he loves it.
Speaking of koi. No.
First in the room
I
can
just
see
got
him.
so excited. I hate you.
Dude,
he was supposed to come in like 2 sessions ago.
Hmm.
Oh, was he?
Yeah. But the
Can
guy
it just be
wanted
like-
sleep.
Can he just be like the Deus Ex Machina? Like whenever the party needs saving, Koi just drops out of the sky and like kills a couple people.
No, but his Komodo might.
Ooh.
Komodo spirit. Going to Bardavin. Going to Farbin. I'll look at him. And I'll take out my mace, and I want to try something weird. I would. I can try and explain how I would want to go about it, but plain base on paper, I want to put the mace to his forehead, and I want to try and, I guess, using the mace as a conduit, see if I can commune with the way, I guess, that malevolent force of black oily tendrils was sort of manifesting, and it was hard for me to detect, but it was similar to how it sort of manifested my mace. I want to see if maybe using the mace I could try and commune with it if it's similar to how it is with Rex and myself, but in him. So like my when I go into my zone where I can physically see the battle over light and dark, I want to see if I can kind of feel if there's the same space in Farbin. Some weird dream spirit shit.
Hmm. Interesting. Um,
If it's too weird or too much for now, I'll just knock him out.
let me think about that, and I'll write what you kind of feel when you do that to
All
you,
right.
like after session. I'll make a note of it.
All right. I'll look to the others. Does anyone want to try and ask him anything before I knock him out?
Not me.
No.
Nope.
I'd like to, Paulina. You want to ask him any more questions? Share facts?
Oh, Polly's been totally absorbed reading her book this whole time. She doesn't even notice you asking her a question. I've been
Polly?
listening, but Polly isn't. Oh no, she's
Polly?
absorbed.
Paul, oh,
Her
Nope,
her
she-
Cuddles is like just sitting on the floor, like, and like, kind of like gives you that look with like a cat, just like kind of stares back at you, like, what are you doing here?
Okay, I get it. All right, you two over there. All right, Farvin. I'll look down. We'll talk to you later, and then I'll bonk him on the head to knock him out.
This whole time he just has this like evil, menacing like grin. Like I posted the meme before. Um where is it? Grin. Let's see. It's the guy from
Are you talking about Willem Dafoe?
yeah,
Who's in the
from
back of the
this
cab?
guy. No, this guy.
Yeah, that's Willem Dafoe.
Oh yeah, him then.
I love him.
I don't know names.
Don't know the name of the Green Goblin.
No.
Shame.
I'm sorry
Shame.
guys. I'm
Dishonor
sorry.
on you.
Disown me. That's okay.
Yeah, once we knock him out, do you want me to roll anything for that?
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it after.
I think Denali would step between Rothun and Rayloff before Rothun knocks him out to try and shield him, kind of, from having to see more more
Mm,
hurt and violence.
Oh, I'm sorry, Rothun. Were you asking if you should roll to knock him out? Is that what you were
yeah.
asking? Oh, no. I mean, he's already weakened from the last thing he did.
I looked at Denali stepping between me and Rayla before I knock him out, and I go, "Oh, right. All right." And I like pick him up a little bit, shift him to where my back is to Denali's back, so he's like out of view, and I just go, "All right, just make it easy," and then just hit him square in the forehead.
He passes out.
Oh, perfect. He'll have a nice welt in the morning, but and I'll tap Denali on the shoulder. We're good, and I'll drag him sort of off to the side right here.
Are you okay, Rayloff?
I'm fine. We should go get the others while we still can. Who knows how long they've been down here for.
Denali holds her hand out again.
Yeah, confused look once more. He's gonna take it.
She'll look over to Rothun and kind of, and then kneel down.
I won't turn down the free ride, and then he'll clamber on up.
I'll walk over to Polly, and knowing that she's immersed in her book, she'll, with her free hand, kind of gently tap on the book so as not to startle you by just being assaulted by somebody. No.
Yeah, Polly will start, and she'll be like, "Oh wait, oh sorry, yeah, no, I just got, sorry, I got to an interesting part, and what's happening? I mean, we got the fake Harbin guy, so what are we doing next? I'm sure it's something great."
We're gonna go help the other two fake folks that probably got tortured down here.
Oh, well, that's exciting. She stands up and dusts off her robe. She's been sitting in the corner, and all right, let's go.
And Denali will extend a hand to you as well.
She looks at it. She reaches out and kind of like shakes it, like like tentatively, like what? Okay. Yes, I think we've met before.
No, I don't know. I had been asked for rides and handholds, so it's there. And she kind of shrugs and like smirks awkwardly and then retracts her hand.
Yeah, Polly takes her hand back kind of awkwardly too, and then like, like, nothing happened. It's all fine.
This is totally fine.
Hey, Rayloff, you'll help me drag this fucker over with us?
Sure, sure, brother. Why not?
I guess we'll pick up the fake carbon and we'll drag him with us as well.
Okay. So which way out of this room are you guys gonna go?
I'll tap Denali and say, "There's a path up ahead. If it doesn't end up leading to another cellar, we can always come back." But he said he heard screams. That looks like a corridor it could echo through. And then I'll look to the others. Path forward might be a good choice.
I am okay with
Sounds good.
that. Do you want me to lead the way?
Sure. I can be your eyes in the sky if it's too dark. Onward! And then I do like a little on my left, like next to your ears, a little like tap drum.
Please don't.
Oh, sorry. Okay, not yet. Not there yet. Okay, understood.
Please tell me that Rothoon's face gets smacked in the doorway.
Yeah, I don't think Denali would think to duck. I don't think she. I really don't. So if it is too tall, I think she would just keep walking, unless she physically needed to duck to avoid hitting her own head. I don't think she would.
Okay, everyone give me stealth checks if you're trying to go like stealthily. Also perception checks for me.
Oh, kill it at 8 on stealth.
Fucking nat 20, hell yeah.
Nice. 13 perception.
16.
Got an 11.
Nice.
Oh wait, I need a. Do I need stealth even though I'm on
Weird.
Denali's
Might
shoulder?
be at disadvantage.
It's okay, guys. I'm
You
just
roll
making
again.
you waste your good rolls.
Ah,
It's all good. So as you
wow, she's stealthy anyway. She's just
Fake rolls.
shuffling along. She's thinking about what she just read.
So as you guys turn a corner, you come to this little room here, and there's a staircase, a spiral staircase leading upwards.
Must be a second exit. Probably not the way to go. There did seem to be other hallways. So maybe the other way? Here, let me. And I'll slide off Denali's shoulders. Just kind of squeeze. Where am I? There we go. Squeeze by. And does it. And the stairwell going up, like, this is the floor it starts on? Or does it look like it goes down a little bit?
Oh, this is the floor it starts on. So at this point, you guys are like maybe. At this point, you'd be like maybe 40, 50 feet underground.
Alright. Peeking up, do I see any sort of light through the stairwell?
So the middle of it is completely solid, like solid stone, and the stairs just go around. So you wouldn't really be able to see up.
Gotcha. Alright. So, go to the others. Looks like another exit over here, but I know there was another few corridors or other rooms a few ways back, so maybe they could be down that way. Alaric, Rogan, and then Anek and Leonce.
Who are these others you speak of?
Anek and Leonce, they were council people that, well, I had thought read my letters to come and investigate Harbin on some crimes I had him investigated for. And then I flick off Harbin and then point to the letters in the corner. But he sort of manipulated them, and we now know the real the Anek and Leons that came were just doppelgangers, which I kind of caught when we were leaving. I heard them talking a little bit, like there was familiarity between them, which we now know why. But they are required at the council back in Neverwinter, and Alaric and Rogan would have been the original two mercenaries that met us at Butterskull. I will go to Harbin and look to Denali. While they drag Harbin, do you think you could help me bring real Harbin? Since we'll probably be going out, or should we leave him here and take the exit with him?
It's
Because we could leave him with Big Al.
That wouldn't be too bad.
yes. Either way, I don't think he should be left here alone. If he wakes up, it could be very scary for him.
Agreed. Now lift his arm and I'll sort of squat, like getting ready to squat some weights, and I say, "Come on, Arm." Yeah. And I'll try and lift him up.
Okay.
Okay. Assuming he'll be able to sort of, I can like, I'm imagining because of the height difference, I'm like with my arm, like my right hand, I'm like holding his arm, draping most of his body over my shoulder and head, and just with my left arm grabbing his waist. So I'm like dragging his body sort of over me and along with me.
How much can Rothun carry?
Inventory. That's an inventory, right?
I think so, yeah.
Or okay. For all right, carrying capacity or drag?
Carrying.
Carrying is 225.
Yeah. So, like I mentioned earlier, um, this Harbin is not fat. Like he is like the um the fake Harbin looked like him, right? Like the really big, kind of short, fat guy. Yeah, like this like Harbin's like it's he's very slim. So you could he's probably only like 120, 130. Like like his fat's kind of like all like have you ever seen like someone get like liposuction or whatever? Like a bigger person that gets liposuction and the fat's just kind of like
All the loose
Loose
skin.
skin.
yeah, the loose skin. Yeah. It's like that. So you'd be able to carry him, no problem.
Right. I'll grunt and I'll say, maybe it's a good thing that you don't have so much weight on you. And I'll try and little steps at a time, just bring Harmon.
And you'll notice that it seems to be a little bit easier than you thought, Rothun.
There we go. I was trying to do this.
So you guys are bringing him back up to Big Al. Is that the game plan here?
Yep.
Mhm.
So you all can make it back there. Big Al's kind of at the top. And he'll help pull him up and lay him down on the bed that's in the hat room. And Big Al will thank you guys for finding him and let you know that he'll take good care of him while you guys are down here.
All right. There we are. Back over here in this area. Yeah, I was gonna say if there was any rooms or split off ways.
Yep. And just because there aren't any more sconces throughout this place, it's still lit up with like a sconce every like 20 feet or so. Kind of lighten this whole place up.
Mm-hmm. Sort of.
Is everyone
What?
following Rothune
Yeah.
here?
Yeah.
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 Reveal.
So
Damn.
anytime you guys see those like 4 little lines on the ground, um, if it goes from small to big, you're going up. If they go from big to small, you're going down. And it's about a 5 to 10 foot incline or decline, depending.
All right. So there's also a third one right there, then, off to the left. Looking at how red the pencil is, you could definitely use this for like blood stains on the map. What the hell is that? Guys, I found a sheriff star.
Oh, that's nothing.
Is there a snake in your boot?
I don't know. Maybe we should reach for the sky.
Or red like the wind?
So the room that you just came from, that big circle, is just like a table. There's really nothing on it. There's a couple chairs around it. The room that you're in now has a couple different doors. Um, they're all closed. This, and this. These are all closed. This star is nothing.
Actually, nothing, or DM nothing.
It's a
There's a
save
bucket.
point.
There's a bucket there to crap in, if you want to take it for
Okay.
Koi.
A memoir. All right. Let's go ahead. Is this door unlocked in front of me?
To your left or above you?
To the left. Yeah. Sorry.
You go to push on it
Yeah, or like if there's a knob or something.
or knob? Yeah. That one, yes, that one is unlocked, and it opens inward.
At least this place is cleaner than the excavation.
There's really nothing in this room. Give me. But you do see like a couple like blood smears, I guess. Going here. Let me draw it.
Flex that. Never mind.
I'm gonna do it in orange.
That's actually not bad for dried blood. All right. Heavy breath, tense shoulders. Door number 2.
This one is also unlocked.
Holy shit! More doors? I'm slightly worried if they were planning to have the town of Fandolin down here.
Um, Give me one
Uh
second.
oh. Oh, come on. I gotta refresh it now.
You do see a bunch of like beds lining the wall. They're actually like bunk beds, so there's one above each one of these as well. But there's about like the walls are just lined with these.
Yeah, JJ, I'd like
Uh,
to drop my doppelganger disguise and kill Katil. I'm joking.
Drag it through a 1-inch crevice. Just let his bones fold in.
No, for the love of God, don't Titanic submarine me.
Roll initiative. No. Um, no, but there's multiple kind of like bunk bed looking things all around this room here. Um, you get the sense that this seems to be like some sort of weird bunker like area.
Like barracks.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah. And yeah.
Well, at
If
least
it's
he's a prepper.
possible, Polly's going to be looking around at this blood smear and kind of trying to investigate, trying to determine like what might have happened here. I'm back in this room.
Okay. Go ahead, give me perception or investigation, whichever one.
Oh, 11.
It really just seems like people or a person was dragged through here with with and some blood just kind of fell off on the ground. Really doesn't. You really can't put together a clear enough picture.
Okay.
Next door, my good man. Reveal,
one?
I say.
Oh, this
Yes,
one.
sir.
Okay.
I'm getting like major callbacks from like Dungeon of the Mad Mage right now.
Also, Rayloff, give me a con save, please.
Will do. What do you think inspiration on that? How much inspo do I have?
Oh my god.
So if you go to notes and collab and go to the
Indeed. Yeah,
inspiration point tracker thread, you have one left if you use it then.
we're using it.
I'll give you a bardic.
I need some guidance. Dude, this is trash. Alright.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Okay. Here we go, boys.
Listen, man, you tried to defy the dice gods, and the dice gods told you to get a bag of dick.
No.
I'm throwing away my
no,
dice. Maybe
no.
you get a new set.
Gosh darn it, I didn't save it. Freaking 1 second.
That's when you close out your browser, reopen it, refresh D&D Beyond, log
where you-
out, log back in.
It's where you save Scum and Baldur's Gate. Just like, fuck it, I tried. Retry.
Hold on to your
The
butts,
in-
boys and girls.
The instant reload in Baldur's Gate is so real. What do you
Dude,
mean I
one
didn't
time-
convince him? Fuck.
One time I save scummed, you know, in the very first level after the ship crashes, you can get into like the crypts.
Oh
I
my
save
god.
scummed that for 30 minutes trying to get the skill trend deck done on that.
I love safe scumming on the ogres, like the trolls.
Oh yeah.
I need that horn.
Hmm,
Stop
very
laughing
cool.
so happily.
Okay.
Raylov's gonna become like the alien from the thing. Start screeching down the halls.
Where that con save isn't going to come into play yet, but thank you for rolling that 9. We'll let you have the 9 because it's the highest. Okay.
Yay.
Yay. Um. So
What's the
you
worst
guys.
that can happen?
So Rothun, you open that door and it's just more beds. Um. Maybe like a table in there as well, but it's basically just beds. Down over here.
Yeah, he's fucking packed. See, this is the Harbin I like. He took shit serious.
Yeah, you get the sense the farther you guys get in, um you you, you all would pretty much get the sense that this was, in preparation for something like
Yeah,
um
he's a real
of some sort.
survivalite type, huh?
Yep.
Doomsday prepper.
I saw the Orion constellation 5 times. The world's gonna end in a month. This door next, good sir, please.
Okay. This one opens
Why
up
does my
as
token
well.
keep disappearing? So weird.
You moved it into the there
I
it is,
didn't move
Polly.
it.
Oh.
I
Invisibility.
wasn't trying to move it. It's just moving itself. Possessed.
Jesus, dude, how far does this place go?
It's a map. Probably be. Let's see what she'll do. She'll be. Actually, she's decided after because the blood just kind of ended both places. It just kind of stopped. So she's like, huh, it's strange. She's
Oh,
gonna start.
I'm sorry. No, it's sorry. I got to keep up with this.
Yeah,
Um
no, okay, no worries.
it didn't end. Let
Oh,
me here. So it's like
I retcon then,
over there
based on your retcon.
and
Ah,
then
Here come.
nice.
I don't like that appeared as I'm trying to come into this door. I don't like that at all. It
Nice.
went from oh yeah, I'm just gonna open this one to oh no, I have to open this one.
oh,
Right.
and by the way,
Yeah.
guys, all of these sconces too are magical. And no, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
We're not doing this again.
We're not doing this again.
Denali, you
When
missed all this. Sorry.
when an object
Yeah.
enters the space,
Yeah. Polly's going to look at the bed then and and Cuddles will jump up on it and poke around and see if we can figure out if there's anything special about it because of the blood trail leading there.
Um, the bed sheets on that bed were taken off. You kind of see the remnants of a blood stain on the mattress. Just basically
Jacques.
all that you see.
Interesting. And then she'll be like, nah, yeah, she's just making her way. Like, huh, this is an interesting conundrum. I'll be following the blood trail. Because that's what one does in these things. These sort of mysteries.
Yes.
seem to be in a mystery.
So okay, good question, Donali. There are a couple things on that table. Um, it it's basically just no, the cards are not there. It's just sorry. That was kind of built into the image. Oh no, it's not. That's the only table I could find. So there aren't any cards on the table. The knife is on the table. Instead of the cards, there's like some papers just lying there with unintelligible um like drawings on them. Um on each one of the pieces of paper, you will see a name though. One for Leonce, one for Anek, one for um, Rogan, and one for Alaric. Um, that's basically all you guys see on that table. Are you looking to go through this door, Rothun?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. This.
I'll start putting a blue mark when I'm ready to like go through.
Okay.
This isn't fucking nefarious at all. Hardman must have had the damn Thrykeen just make this place.
So as you get up to these two doors here, they're more like they're like steel bars almost. You can kind of see through them into the room a little bit. But these are like adamantine steel bars um, with a with a an intricate like padlock system with deadbolts and things like that. And there is a keyhole on both of those doors.
We don't have the key with the ribbon on it anymore, do we?
Nope.
However, I do have fancy lockpicks. I'll take the Arden Duck lockpicks, cast guidance on myself, and I'll get to picking.
Are you proficient with lockpicks?
Oh, JJ, at this point, we know I'm not. We know half of my shit I'm not proficient with, but I have it because I'm the junk hoarder. I
Okay.
am the pack mule.
Um, roll frickin' whatever the roll is. My brain isn't working.
Is this sleight of hand?
Usually it's just these tools.
Yeah, isn't it just the
Usually dex.
D20
So it would
and
be a
then
D20 and then your proficiency if you're proficient with the tools.
yeah,
Okay.
so it's just the D20. I don't know if guidance applies to this.
Yeah, it
Does
applies
it?
to skill and
It does?
tool checks
Okay.
usually. But usually
Oh,
you'd get dex also, but if
17.
you're but all those tool checks can use different stats based on thing. But yeah. Polly's gonna, if Denali doesn't take them, and Polly will scoop up all the papers to look at them in more detail later. Because
Yeah.
papers just,
Yeah, Denali would
Handy.
not take them because apparently socks are for messages, not parchment.
Okay. Polly, I will. I'm gonna write down a note here. I'll send you what you see on those pieces of paper. Maybe you can
Okay.
discern from them. Okay. Um, and you pick up the there's only 4 pieces of parchment, one with each of those
Yep.
names. Um, with the 17, um, you're able to
Whoops. Shoot.
you're able to pick one of the locks successfully.
All right. Sort of crack my neck and wiggle my fingers. All right. Work that no myth magic, baby. Cast guidance again. I'll move to the next one. Or try and maneuver to get the second lock.
Okay.
So first, D4. Swoop. Oh, baby. Alright, so D20. I just realized I could be rolling both at the same time.
Is Ruthoon saying all
16.
this out loud as you're like picking the locks?
Oh yeah, he's blabbering to
Yeah.
himself.
I love it.
Um,
Rothune's fully lock picking, going, Mama don't know nothing that I get up to at nighttime. I just fucking lock picking away.
Oh my
so
god.
you're able to pick the second one as well, and the door kind of unlocks.
Fuck yeah, no much innovation, baby. And I'll not fully step inside, but I'll peek my head in. Hello.
You'll see a bed in the corner there, and on top of it looks it's a male human with a sort of like um a bag kind of draped around his neck a little bit. So it's like a merce almost,
I'll
if you know what that is.
no, what's a merce?
A male purse, like,
It's
but
a
it's like a
satchel.
Like a
Indiana
satchel?
Jones
yeah,
had one.
there you go,
Uh,
satchel. There's a
gotcha.
satchel there. I can't
Okay.
word tonight.
It was a great like hangover moment. You're good.
Yeah, and the blood stains kind of trail up to him, and there's just a kind of like uh, a a pool of blood kind of underneath him.
He has a bag over his head.
No, satchel. He just has like the satchel kind of around his front.
I'll start to look through the satchel for like any identification or anything. Do I recognize this guy? Like, what does he look like?
No, you don't recognize him at all. Just a male. He has brown short hair. Um, there's like a gash, kind of like on his chest, like maybe like right underneath his heart a little bit. Um, if you're as you open up the satchel, some pieces of mail fall out of it.
All right, I'll start sort of flickering through, mostly trying just to see if he has any, if they all are like sincerely written by, or if they're all addressed to the same person, to see if like I can figure out what his name is.
All the letters are addressed to various towns close by Phandalin. Some are to Neverwinter, some are to Leylon. Um, what other towns are nearby? And then maybe like there's one for Baldur's Gate. It's not super close by, but there's one for Baldur's Gate.
All right, and just sort of glancing through it, can I see like just sort of what they're saying? If they're like urgent or anything like that, or just hey mom, I'm coming to visit.
It's basically just like that. It's basically just personal letters from what seems like people in Phandalin to other cities, family members. Um, there might be like, one letter to, like a company or something in Neverwinter. You get the sense that this guy's like a courier of some sort.
Well, sorry you had to die down to your friend. Are his eyes open?
Yes, scarily open, yes.
I'll go ahead and I'll I'll close his eyes, and if there's sheets on the bed, I'll take them off and sort of just drape them over him.
Okay.
Uh, if we want to switch to anything anyone else is doing, I'm just gonna keep perusing through rooms and whatnot.
Yep. Anyone talk up what you guys want to do down here?
God, I want to stop dragging this fucking thing.
Come on, he's not that heavy. And I'm assuming he's like in his like full doppelganger form.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I mean he's and looking at the art, he's a skinny guy. Yeah, he's not that big of a deal.
Rothun, might as well just give me 2 more lock picking checks there.
Yes, sir. So D4, D20, roll them together. Bada bing, bada boom. Pops your uncle. 14.
That one doesn't work.
Hmm. Come on. Don't make me have to force it. Just glide through it, and then I'll attempt it again.
I see your echo there, Denali. Anything special you were trying to do?
I'm just trailing. I haven't moved. Sorry, kids are still up, so I'm AFK. But I'm
Oh,
trailing
gotcha.
behind. I'm following Rothun just in case anything pops off, and I have my echo out and ready. I'm maintaining the 30 feet distance.
Okay. And yeah, it looks like Polly, you're following the blood trail there.
Yeah. She'll look and poke at him and kind of see if she can figure out what happened to him, and then yeah, if Rothun didn't take the letters, she'll kind of gather them up and start reading through them, and she'll take them
Okay.
with, because once she realizes that they're letters, then maybe they should be delivered.
Okay. I'll make a note of that for you.
How long does it seem like this guy's been dead?
Uh, give him a medicine check.
Medicine. Probably not gonna be great. 9.
From what you can tell, pretty long. The blood is pretty. It isn't really fresh. It's kind of just dried off. Kind of like, you know, if you happen to like touch it, like a
Are
little
there
fleck.
are there bugs
Flecks.
crawling on him?
Um,
Can I tell from the bugs?
there
Maggots?
might be some bugs. The funny thing though is
Any
they're
creatures
not
been
really
gnawing
like
on his body?
decomposing. No, they're not really been decomposing. So it's not
Okay.
like super. It's not like. I mean, there's a stench, but it's not like you can withstand it. I guess.
Okay.
Do you smell? Does Polly smell?
She has a nose, if that's what you mean. Yes.
Okay. I guess yeah. None of you are really like or whatever. Like it's not like super stinky down here, but you rolled a what, a 4 or a 5, Rothune, on that one? Yeah, no, nothing.
Do you need some help?
Yeah, I mean, if you could, uh, try, insist, yeah, these are adamantine locks, so these are a little bit tougher than normal ones, but yeah, I'm open to some help. This one seems to be a little trickier, and then Rotun will sort of take the lockpicks down, and then he'll start tapping the lock, like, why aren't you fucking working?
Denali will step up and hack at the first lock with her battle axe.
Okay. Give me a attack roll, please.
15.
I'm trying to look up adamantine real quick.
Would Rothune have guided me at all?
Guidance only works on skill and tool
Skill
checks, I think.
checks.
Oh, that's right.
yeah.
It's an attack. That's right.
Yep.
I knew that, but I
Less
was
would
thinking.
work.
I was thinking because it's a lock, so my brain just went derp.
Yeah. Probably
Frickin-
mostly gonna be the damage, I think. I think adamantine gets a lot of resistance to damage.
Yeah. Where is the frickin'... I know I found this before. Adamantine. Does anyone have a good site for this?
There I got you. Hold on.
I know it's like really high. I think it's like an 18 or 19 you have to hit, or it might even be a 20 actually, to even do damage to it. Adamantine door. I'll look that up.
So adamantine plate has an AC of 18.
18.
Yeah.
There's a thing, stats for objects, in the DMG as we're looking for. Adamantine says has an AC of 23.
Oh, it's that high.
Yeah, Mithril's 21. Yeah,
Okay.
looking at the 2014 one.
This
right.
this is a little bit weaker.
Gotcha.
It's been around for yeah, it's kind of like older. So it's over the years, I guess maybe it's decreased in AC. So you would have to get at least, I would say, like 19 or 20 to be able to do any damage to it.
Alright, I'm gonna use my inspo. $18, still not enough.
I'll allow it with the second hit. Maybe the first hit weakened it a bit.
As it comes undone, I say, Goliath in ovation.
And that yeah, we'll say it opens. We'll say it opens.
Okay. Is there another lock I
Um,
need to hit?
Yeah.
This one probably won't work. Meh.
Polly's
Oh, is
gonna
that a nat
actually
20?
examine the door.
Munch it.
Oh, no.
This
Solid.
door shatters. Go ahead. What are you gonna do, Polly?
Go ahead. No, Polly's gonna examine her door, mostly from the inside, because she recognizes, like, oh, these things are made of adamantine, and that's like a very interesting substance. So she's trying to figure out how they were made and how they might be disassembled, because she'd like to collect the bars.
That'll be really good for your band. You can just tell people Polly's got bars.
Yeah. Well, or you could make them into you could use them for like a triangle or.
That too.
Bang.
Yeah, an adamantine triangle.
That'd be pretty cool.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, so real quick, after you kind of obliterate this door. There's a old lady that's also kind of laying on a bed, eyes kind of. I mean, she looks dead. White grayish hair. Um, just like a typical old grandma look to her.
Gods above. I think maybe they really were trying to get people down here.
Above table are Katil and Rayloff following as well.
Yeah.
He like
Well,
sat down.
slowly, because we're kind of carrying this guy.
Okay.
So, like, doing so, but at kind of a slower pace.
Yeah, all right.
Denali would ask if you wanted her to take him so that you guys could scout things out with the others.
I mean, maybe the echo would be nice.
The echo can help as well, but I am also not as quiet as you guys are, and that may be putting our party in danger for the two of you to be back here with that rather than up front should anything happen.
I just imagine like every now and then, Farbin just kind of like wakes up a little bit, and you two notice, and you just pop him again.
Right
know,
on the well.
Yeah, like maybe like every like 10 minutes or whatever, he'll kind of like get some random like rush of consciousness, and just beat him again till he passes out.
Denali.
Doing anything with his grandma? Nope.
Are you asking like Rathun or us?
I'm asking all you guys.
Well, Rayloff doesn't even know there's a grandma here yet, because he's kind of not there at the moment, but I mean, yeah.
Okay. After we do this, we'll take our break. So if anybody wants to like look at the grammar or whatever, let me know. If not, then we'll go on our break.
Oh, he's just trying to figure out how this door is put together.
It's basically just a bunch of adamantine bars kind of welded together. There was a adamantine like kind of padlock that Rothun picked, like kind of two of them that he picked. Just basic welding.
Oh, the door is entirely made of adamantine?
Yep.
Ah, okay. But they have adamantine welding. She'll study that for a little while, because that's interesting.
Also,
Not
sorry
too
for the
sure he knows
mute. I'm in the
anything about
drive-through.
McDonald's.
Damn, you ain't had to call it like that. I just said drive-through.
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
So McDonald's.
Sorry, I had to do that call out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Wendy's.
it's an easy call. It's pretty late. Not many places are open.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like 1:42 Eastern. Like, what else is open?
Damn.
I mean, there's Sonic, maybe.
No, I really.
So
wanna
where are
eat
you
that.
at, Rothun? McDonald's?
Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy?
In and out.
Oh my god, I miss In
Nobody
and Out.
except people from California would know about
I
that.
miss In and Out.
They have some in Oregon.
Well, Oregon is practically California.
You would be assaulted for saying that in Oregon.
I know.
In
Fortunately,
and
there's
Out,
not there very many people in Oregon.
Baker's, Del Taco. Oh, I miss that shit.
Del Taco is awful.
I think it's Whataburger if you ask me.
Well, we can't be right about everything, and I'll allow you that one. We're all allowed to be wrong sometimes.
Alrighty. Yeah, I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
I wish so badly we had Chick-fil-A up here.
Chick-fil-A is pretty fucking good.
On one hand, I hate them because I used to work for them. But on the other hand,
Oh.
it's so good.
Does it actually suck to work for them?
It did just because I was in the South in the summer in a
Ew.
kitchen.
Oh, yeah, that's awful.
Yeah, I could not get the smell of chicken juice out of those work clothes.
Those are two words that I don't like hearing together.
Oh, it's even worse. We had an entire valley in our back area of fridges defrosting chicken,
Ugh.
and they had drains in the middle specifically for all of the juice to drain into that would leak out of the fridges.
Oh my god, that's fucking awful.
You're welcome.
And Del Taco does suck, but when you are drunk at like 3 o'clock in the morning and it's within walking distance, that shit slaps like no other.
Let me get it.
To be fair, that can be said about pretty much any restaurant at 2 a.m. when you're drunk.
I mean, that's fair.
Taco Bell.
Oh, I can't do Taco Bell. I don't like the fireria, no thank you.
I used to like get the party packs that have like 12 tacos and eat off of that for like 3 days.
Now I'm fucking hungry. Now I just want to be a fat fuck. I should probably put on my break screen.
Mm, you get you probably could, but you'd have to like break all of the bars like on one side of it to kind of, on the side that's attached to the wall. Um, it could be possible. Might take a couple, strong whacks.
Sorry, I mean, does it have hinges?
Yeah,
Can I pull the
there's
pins out of the hinges or something? I don't know. Just looking for things like
um
that. Or there's like a screwdriver or bolts or something.
it's not like a normal door. It's more like reinforced than that. Um, but
Maybe we
it's
could
not
all
like
pull it.
completely impossible.
Yeah, I mean, you call it to an alley to be like, hey, maybe we could take this with us. This is big and strong, made of metal. And this metal's pretty rare. So,
What will we do with it? Do you have the tools to forge from it? Or are we carrying a door to carry the door? And as she's saying
well,
this,
no, I
she'll
thought.
walk over and hack at the hinges, but... Go ahead, Polly. Sorry.
I do know a blacksmith back in Neverwinter. He's a little strange, but he has what it takes that he could probably smith this down. What is sudden interest, Paulina? Interested in making some armor out of it?
Well, it's an exotic metal. Could be useful for somebody.
I'm failing one of the 4 hits.
Yeah, and Polly, meanwhile, she's directing it. You know, like when that person, like your manager at work, is standing over your shoulder and like trying to point you to like how to move your mouse. Like, no, a little more to the left. No, not that way. Up. No, the other left.
Okay, you got 2 in there. Very nice.
How many do I need?
Let's see.
How many hinges
Probably
are
like
there?
8, oh, how many hinges?
Yeah, because we're trying to take it off the hinges, right? Because then we could just carry it.
Yeah. There's probably like
Yep.
2 more.
Yep.
Jesus.
This is probably a better idea than what I had, rather than all of us just going heave ho, and just yanking it.
I mean, it's like, break, kick, not kick down the door, but break down the door.
Ugh.
And on that final hit, um,
Falls with a little really loud clang, hopefully.
now roll damage for all 4 of those. Let's see.
Oh, wait, no, wait, hold on.
No,
Ignore
no,
that
I'm
first
just kidding.
one.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's all good. So on that final hit, the last hinge kind of breaks and the door kind of
Oh, look at these max
falls.
damage dice, though. Fuck yeah, my hits
Nice.
are shit, but the damage, eat a dick.
There you
Except for
go.
the last one.
And
Oh.
this door just kind of falls on the ground and there's a big doosh. Um, and yeah, everyone roll initiative.
Sweet.
No, I'm just kidding.
Aw. But I got
Oh,
a good
man.
roll.
Why did you do the
Don't play
Empire
with us.
theme from
Don't
Star
play with
Wars?
our emotions like that.
Listen, I've been doing the Empire theme every time enemies come into the question all day.
I'm gonna start doing that when my husband walks home. Or walks in when he gets home.
You know what it is? Sorry, side note, I've been playing Battlefront 3. So every time I'm fucking playing on the map, I just start hearing it. And I start singing it as I'm like a little droid running into battle.
So I crossed off my note that said collected the adamantine bars to put collected the adamantine door.
Oh, okay, that works.
Awesome.
All right. How much is the doorway?
Frick.
Can we say
This is
it's
where the group
450 pounds?
More than what?
Can
More
we say
than
it's
50?
450 pounds?
Oh, 450?
Is
Sure.
it going on the disc?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's less than the disc can hold. So yeah,
Oh, thank
if you
God.
wanted to, if you
Yep.
wanted to do that.
She opens up her book and then she quickly casts. For repeat, she'll do a ritual cast before it ends out. But she'll cast and like. Sorry, I'm just laughing because Katil and Roy also have been hauling this guy along. And she's just like a floating disc of force appears and is like hauling this metal door. And it just like trails along behind her, and she like doesn't even think about it. Like it's like doesn't even cross her mind that like, oh yeah, I probably should have done that to help them out.
That's amazing.
What the fuck?
That's amazing.
Oh.
I love that if we didn't have the disc, I could have fucking dragged it because that's the drag 450.
Yeah, and then you could I think you can drag it like 5 feet around. Although maybe I don't know, maybe that's not the right one for this. Anyway, so yeah, no, it just follows along, floats around behind her. Da da da. I swear that's one of the spells, like in real life, that would probably be like one of the best. Maybe not the best, but it's up there.
I think
Just imagine.
silence would be great. I'm also a mom, so I might just be biased.
Yeah. Prestidigitation would be pretty amazing.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Dramaturgy.
Well, no, because you're like, oh, hey, I can just clean everything. Anything. Like,
That would be
objects, 5 foot radius.
Yeah, that
Clean,
would be
clean,
really nice.
clean.
Mending would be good.
And also, you can flavor food.
Oh, that'd be nice. Just cook some bland ass white chicken forever.
Right, you can just like cook the healthiest thing ever and then make it taste like anything you want.
It'd be a super simple way to make like tea and stuff.
Right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
just hot water and then you're
Boil
like,
water.
So
Yeah.
these 4 things right here are kind of like posts, kind of holding up the ceiling above, like as you know,
Like support
as you're
beams?
underground. Yeah, support
hey, what about-
beams basically.
this door here.
This door,
Probably will point it out, but not open it.
okay.
Just in case somebody else wants to, that's more observant or stealthy. As she clangs along. Although, I mean, we just did have a giant metal door, but, it's all good. Clanging to the ground, so.
This door does
After
not
being hacked
open.
on.
This one
no.
has a lock on it.
Oh, you don't say.
I think he
Right.
did say.
Mhm.
I'll flex them gnomish fingers and say, "All right, let's see what secrets you hold, huh?" Oh. Well, it was gonna happen eventually.
Was it a nat one?
Yep, 3.
The two you're still using the Ardendock lockpick?
Yeah.
Yeah, it breaks.
I like sigh and I take the pieces. Paulina, could you help repair this, please?
Mm.
She'll try. If it's magic, then I mean, she can repair the physical form of it, but she can't repair magic. I mean, the magical part of it would be gone. Sure, takes a
I don't
minute.
think these are
Yeah.
magical. It's just a regular lock picking. It's just a regular lock pick
Oh, okay. Yeah.
with his
Yeah,
initials on
and
it.
it only takes a minute, so she sits there and tinkers with it and tries to fit it back together and does her thing. Hands it back to him. Here you go.
Great. Thank you. I'll try and make sure not to snap these in two again.
Eh. Everyone has to learn.
No, that's what I'm talking about. Dirty 20.
So you successfully unlock the lock on the door. However, the door still doesn't open. Polly, your book would kind of be talking to you a little bit.
Ooh. She'll pull it out and hold it up to her ear and be like, "What do you have to say? I think there's something in there."
It's kind of just, saying hot, just alerting you of some magical presence.
Cool.
I'll try and push on the. Is it like budging a little bit, or is it like just not moving at all?
Not moving at all.
And what's the door made of?
It's just like a steel door.
Did you try to pull it?
Yeah, it just seems. And I'll try and like pull on it.
Nothing.
Yeah, no, not. I mean, there is a side door that might lead to it, but I'll just lay my hand flat. Seems weird.
Is it that
Can you
it
hear
won't
anything from the
open, or
outside?
is it that something is on the other side blocking it?
I unlocked it. It's just that the actual door won't move. I don't know if maybe it's cemented in place or if it's maybe magical. And I'll look to Paulina.
Yeah. Polly will come up and start investigating it more carefully. Discern if there's any faint magical traceries or arcane writings or runes anywhere or something like that.
Any like spell you're using, or is this just like an
Not just be
like
like using
Arcana
like
check?
Arcana. Yeah.
Um, oh, sorry, what did you roll? A 20?
Wrote down, I guess. I don't know what he was rolling for.
Yeah, he rolled a dirty 20.
That was to open the door. To for the unlock for the lockpick. Did that just roll in? Because I did it
One
before.
second. Um, Um. Okay, sorry, I misspoke. First time I'm doing this. So when you that 20 did not unlock the door, but you did feel like you were close. Like you know how like in the movies where like they're picking a lock and maybe like like one that you turn and you like listen to the clicks and stuff. Like you could hear like you got a couple of them, but you missed one almost like that.
Oh,
Polly,
okay.
roll a Arcana check.
Okay. For this you would use guidance. What? Where is it? Guidance. Oh well, not much help, but 27. I'll take it.
Oh, is that it?
Amazing 27.
Yeah, you
I mean,
can
I could
tell
push
that.
it if I really wanted a 30. So the other day I managed to get a 37.
Oh,
Is that a plus
nice.
17 check?
Oh wow,
I rolled a nat
jeez.
20. It was a persuasion check too. It was pretty gross.
That's amazing.
Way overkill, but
Worth
all
it.
fine.
You can tell that there's some sort of spell on this door. Um, you've probably read about it in books. It's a arcane lock spell.
Yeah, yes. He starts clucking her tongue and like, ah, yes. Starts going into all of the arcane details. It's like, you know, if you know anybody that like is an IT specialist and starts going in about how they have to, all the details of securing the server and everything. It's like that. So the rest of you can all just tune her out, but she's very excited.
Have you tried knocking, Roslyn?
I mean, can give it a shot.
Sometimes there's a password, but I have no idea what it would be. Otherwise, it would take like a specific spell that I don't have. So I don't think we can get. Well, maybe you could break it down, but that's usually pretty hard.
It felt like I was close to unlocking it. Maybe I could try again, and if not, we could have Denali, the Maiden of Might, smash it down.
I
mean, yeah, maybe you could. I don't know. It is usually pretty difficult, but you can do it. But there might be a password. I don't know. Maybe somebody wrote it down. Oh wait, she says. A lot of wizards are actually kind of forgetful, so sometimes they'll do this. She says, "Password to the door."
okay. I am.
Do you have full inspiration,
I do.
Polly? Gosh darn
Yeah.
it! Use a freaking. No, I'm just kidding.
I
You would have
will
got
one of
one
these
for
days.
there.
That's amazing.
If that doesn't
Um,
work, you'll follow it up with the other classic. 1, 2,
I knew it. I knew
3,
it.
4.
Alakazam.
the door opens.
My mentor
Does it
had
really?
that. My
Yes.
mentor had that on his luggage. So
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay.
she pats herself on the back.
That is so crazy that you that you would think of that. Okay.
Is it?
Yeah.
I feel like that's really in her wheelhouse.
I look over at Paulina a little shocked, and I'm like, I have just uncovered a new level of respect for you, Paulina. I can't even lie.
I read about it in a story once.
I'm gonna start doing that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. A neck with a man. Doppelganger.
Okay. My bad.
Stupid joke.
I had to use I didn't make specific things for him, but
How dare you?
okay, so you walk into this room and you see Anek, Leonce, Rogan, and Alaric. They're kind of beaten up. They're all kind of like in their own like cells. Um, these aren't adamantine cells, but they're just regular steel bars. And this room also has beds around it. And they, uh, as you walk in, Rothune, all four of them, basically say, "Oh, you've come to save us, Rothune, our savior."
I'll look at them all. Uh, that just smells so creepy for some reason, like like a trap. But I look at them all. How long have you all been down here?
Too long. Uh, Alaric will speak up and he'll say, "Too long. Uh, Leonce and Anek were down here first. They're a little bit more worse for wear. Rogan and I have been trained to withstand torture, as well, you know, you well know from the training that you received as well. Um, but Anek needs medical assistance soon. They haven't been, and when he says they, um, how close is the where is the doppelganger?
With
Where
the
is
echo.
Farbin?
Fake Harbin is with fake
The echo.
Denali.
Gotcha. Okay, and he's not in the room with you. Like
No.
he's still outside. Okay. When they say when he says they, um, he kind of like like those doppelgangers. They you kind of get the sense, Rothun, that he's like really embarrassed. Like these are well-trained assassins. And he's just very embarrassed that he let this kind of happen to him and Rogan. Um, but yeah, he'll mention that Anek needs medical assistance quickly.
I'll nod as I go to lockpick, uh, like the cell, uh, to the next thing, and I'll say to him, as I'm sort of getting down, it's not your fault. We only found out that they were actually doppelgangers because they revealed themselves, actually, as you two. Um, we're gonna get you all right. First thing we can after you guys rest and get some food, drink, we're gonna have to head to Neverwinter and assemble the council since we have all of you actually here. And we also have 3 doppelgangers that we're going to need to make the case against the court. And I'll look to Alaric. Alaric, just so I'm clear when I say this, he knows of how the war went down, right?
Yeah.
Uh, I'll look to him and say, we're going to need to assemble and start replenishing our war reserves. The wizard is back, and it's going to look bad.
By wizard, do you mean the wizard? And he kind of
Yes.
looks around.
Don't say his name, don't you dare. If you're doing what I think you're doing, don't even try.
What?
He's there! He's there!
Let me guess. An old wizard in red. Am I correct?
A what?
Never mind, never mind. Proceed on.
Okay. Um, and he'll say, we had our presumptions as well. Um, and I don't know about you, but we, as bad as we are, I think there's people in here that are worse off, and he kind of points to the west door there, and he says, they've been torturing somebody or multiple people in there. I have no clue, but every time they come out, their garments are just stained with blood, like they've been hacking away. I don't know who's there, but I'm scared to even look.
Yes, we came across 2 dead already. Um, but if there's any hope, let's just try and get you guys out. But no matter what, and I'll look to uh all of them as I say, we all need to stick together. We don't know if there's any more doppelgangers at the council or even here in Fandolin. So when we all get out of here, we all have to move together and don't give each other an opportunity to be taken or slipped away.
I agree with you. Start with the neck. You can get to us last, but she needs to get out as soon as possible. And Leonce will agree. A neck is basically just kind of lying there, um, you know, breathing every once in a while, but she's really bad. She's really hurt and unconscious.
I got a 14 on the lockpick.
That works for this one.
I'll crouch down to her and I'll gently sort of start to.
Oh, they all have manacles on their legs as well as their arms.
All right. I'll
We can just blow through this. You guys are gonna do as many things as you can to knock them off.
Yeah.
And if you want to collect them, Denali, I know you wanted to do that the other time.
Oh yeah,
You
absolutely.
can.
How
you
many
can get,
pairs
like,
do I put in my bag?
you could get, like, I'd say 4.
4.
Actually, you know
Okay.
what? Give me a D8.
I can do that.
also she gets healed for 12.
Okay, you get 6.
Thank you, thank you.
And they can all be like breaking, but Paulina can fix them for you. She can mend them.
Beautiful.
So,
Thank you.
I mean, it might take more time than we have now, depending how long you guys take to break them. Probably ask them if they know if there's anything else particularly important in here that we should look at before we go.
Who are you asking specifically? All of them?
Yeah, just the room in general. Any of the 4.
They will kind of tell you, as they were kind of dragged down here, that this appears to be some sort of bunker. We've heard rumors of something like this, that we thought was covered years ago, but it looks like it's still intact. This used to be a bunker back in some war. It's in my notes somewhere. I'm not going to find it, but some, like, the town of Fandolin was supposed to, like, come down here and as protection. It seemed like Harbin was stocking up for such a occasion.
Right, if there was something crazy like a dragon attack or something.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, makes sense.
Denali would give each of
and-
them a ration as well.
Okay. Perfect. They'll say they really don't know what else is down here, but they've heard rumors that there is one section that goes pretty far east, outside of Fandolin. They don't know how far, but that's just a rumor that they heard.
Okay. Well, seems like if there's nothing else that would be called out as something that they would have overheard or anything like that, then she'd be like, well, probably should just get them out and taken care of since they're not in good shape. I would take you on my disc, but it's I don't think it can hold anymore. Sorry.
Are they strong enough and capable enough right now, especially like after the ration and having some of the water skin or whatever, that if we kind of gave them directions, they'd be able to see their way out?
Yeah, Rogan and Alaric are definitely like okay to walk and stuff. Lance is a little bit worse as well. But they would help him. They would help him um kind of get out. A neck though. I mean, I guess one could take each of them, I guess. Well, yeah. I'd say one could take Leonce and the other one could take a neck.
Um, Before we were to send them off, Denali would ask the group, and then kind of paying a little more attention to Rothune since he's the one that's been suggesting Neverwinter. If Harbin has multiple concerns, and it seems that the mine was of the utmost importance as it was the first thing that he'd mentioned, perhaps that is a time-sensitive thing. What do you think about ensuring that friends here are well enough for travel and sending them to Neverwinter with word while we go investigate the ongoings at the mine?
Leonce will, at the mention of mine, he'll speak up and say, I don't know who you are, but you speak very you speak truthful words. Don John Raskin, one of our own at Neverwinter, is supposed to be traveling there soon, and we had many a conversation with Harbin uh, over the past couple months about securing the Mountains Toe Gold Mine. Um, for some reason, we haven't heard back from the and he'll kind of think for a little bit. He's not remembering the name of the person that's um his head's been bashed in too much. But he can't remember right now the name of the person that runs the Mountains Toe Gold Mine. Um, but he'll say, for some reason they haven't gotten back to us. We're concerned and worried for the for the well-being of the workers there. We haven't received any money uh, from them. We're just very concerned.
Is it possible that word and money has been sent and you're just not aware because of... and she kind of like looks around their current circumstances?
It could have, but it's been going on for quite some time. A couple weeks before we even came to Phandalin. So I would assume that it's still going on, but you could be right. It could have been fixed, but last I knew, last the council had spoken, we were preparing to send Don John Raskin there as a sort of medium. Um, not medium. A sort of
Middleman?
middleman to see if to see what's wrong. He has helped us many a time in the past to deal with similar situations, and we're hoping that this time will be the same.
Perhaps this is worth at least a deeper conversation once we are in a safer position. As she says to Rutherford in the group.
I'll look to Denali and I'll say, "Oh, it's fair. It's fair point. We're going to need to start prioritizing these more time-sensitive things." And I'll look to Leon's, Lark, and Rogan. All right, you four with, I guess, whoever else we'll find. We'll have to head back to Neverwinter. Leon's, once you and Anek have strength, you will need to invoke a meeting with the Ward Council. Alaric will have to speak on my behalf, and I'll go to Alaric and take off the pendant that's been on my chest over my heart that has the image of what would be Soon's face, as it's like this golden pendant, and I put it in Alaric's hand, and then get in this militaristic stance and put my fist over my chest. I, Rothun Bacchus, last of the fallen merciful squad platoon, give you my full consent to use my testimony in terms of war. Share what you have learned, for it will be signified by my vision. I also consent and request, on my behalf, the approval of the war reserves to be replenished. Carry
Duly
this and invoke the fifth law of Soon's court. That way all will be under truth. We can send the tied up doppelgangers with you as well, in case any of the other council members need more convincing.
Duly noted, Rothun. We will get right on that. Thank you for your testimony and for pursuing us. There were a few moments where we thought we were goners down here, but thank you again.
Of course.
Real quick, Rayloff,
Yes.
are you going? Where where your icon is? Is that where you're staying? So you're not like going into the room at all? Are you looking special here?
He would kind of like essentially kind of roll him down, looking at the people at the cells, I guess, kind of looking at what's going on, or kind of mostly just seeing the people that are kind of like in the cells.
Okay. I'm gonna drag you down really quick, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god.
The drag down. The drag down.
Yay. Also, if at any point, like, my jokes or anything is, like, beating a dead horse or stupid and you guys are tired of hearing it, please let me know. Because I don't want to sit here and, like, be annoying or anything like that.
Oh no worries. I was a little. I was actually just. It was a funny callback also with the password thing. But I guess we'll do it too. Yeah, I
That
mean,
was
I don't know
so
if you guys
fucking
know where
good.
those are from. The 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, I know that, like, a lot of people do that, but I don't know if there's something else to it beyond that.
There's a very specific movie where it was there, Spaceballs
Oh my god.
by Mel Brooks.
Yes, Mel Brooks. I fucking love
Yes.
Spaceballs. Do you know they're doing a
Where you're
sequel?
like- I heard that. Yeah. But yeah, that's the thing. Like, there's the lock for the air shield, and then they're like, you know, they like capture him and threaten to, you know, give his daughter back her old nose and undo her nose job because she's Jewish.
Because she's
you know.
Jewish. Yep.
And then you know he gives the password and he's like, only a moron would have that. He's like, oh, you know, my cousin has that, you know, has that on his luggage.
Yeah, I
And so it's just it's kind of a classic line.
Yeah.
And so I was like, yeah, I'll do that. Go for the obvious ones because
Fucking love it.
you know
Yeah, no, I
sometimes
completely forgot
people
about
use obvious ones or don't set things complicated.
that. I'm over here like, oh, I should ask Polly
Funny.
if maybe it's in the paper she's read and those notes or something. But no, you were on it with the fucking joke, and I loved it. The more and more I see of all these characters, the more I fucking love all of them. This is a really awesome group. Very dynamic.
She knows things. The mysteries of the universe.
Above the table, do you guys think it's a good idea to like send them to Neverwinter with word? I don't know. Denali doesn't know all the information. I know you guys have the quests that I haven't read all of them yet because I've been trying to keep up with everything that's been being said. But does the group have an idea of where the Mountain Toe mines are, or at least what direction?
Northeast of
Northeast.
Phandalin.
Okay. Do we want to look at sending these guys ahead to Neverwinter with word of what's going on and head to the mine ourselves? How do you guys want to look at?
Let's see, Don John. Right. Once we are actually able to free them and everything, and we just send them on their own, especially with whoever else we're gonna find, they'll definitely be able to hold their ground, especially if JJ wasn't blowing hot air by making these guys higher level, then it'll definitely be, which I think it's only like by wagon, I think he was saying like 2 days or something like that to get there.
Okay.
So I think it'll be fine. As far as like in character story, I was gonna also have them say not to send anything via letter because of the infiltration of doppelgangers, and just to have it be like sort of vetted and like word of mouth.
That makes sense, yeah.
But it's a fair point to save time, especially to see what's going on with the mine, because now even Leon's and them are like, yeah, that mine is priority.
Okay.
Makes me think they're trying to get finances ready for the war effort.
That would make sense. And Denali is not trying to like dictate or tell you guys how to live your life or anything.
Okay. Yeah. So I don't know whoever's by Rayloff right now, but whoever is, you're gonna kind of see him kind of sweat profusely a little bit. There's like dripping from his hands, his feet, his face, and he's gonna kind of like stumble back a little bit as if he kind of like caught the flu or whatever. And you see him kind of like rub his chest a little bit, and then he's gonna like wipe some sweat off of his face, and he's gonna say, "I don't feel so good down here." And he kind of does like a little small cough, and it's like, I'm gonna go back up. I can't spend another minute being down here.
Do you want one of us to come with you, buddy?
I wouldn't mind being you, brother.
Alright, I'll come with you.
They kind of like, stumble back up.
Go on now. Let's get you up and out of here. I guess the two of us are walking out.
Okay. And as you're kind of carrying him, or like at least holding him up, you can tell that Rayloff is kind of struggling. But the closer you get to the entrance out, like back in the Harbins, or I'm not sure where you're going to, but the farther away you get from where you were at, he starts to be able to move better.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Book. probably listens to her book, plays hot cold with it, trying to hone in, figure out. Was it the door?
Yeah, it was the door.
Ah, okay. It was the door. Okay. It's not anything else. Okay. So with that, especially then, she's like, eh. She wanders around a bit. Then looks at the other two. Drugs.
Denali will
Um,
look at Rothune and just give a silent nod if he's by the door.
Before opening the door, the last thing I would say to Alaric is, also since we've had obvious doppelgangers get into the capital of Neverwinter and to the council, when you do invoke the fifth law and everything's under truth, make it so messages from here point on are passed on from vetted individuals by mouth. We can't trust letters or anything like that anymore. They plagiarize mine and change some things around. We don't want that moving forward, especially if we're gearing for war.
Oh, trust me, Rothune, we know. They asked us how you would speak, the words you would use, and tortured us if we lied. Because as you well know, they read our minds, and we had to kind of give them the information they wanted. So we knew that they were doing that. We hope that you can forgive us. We know, and you know that we are trained to keep our thoughts and our actions separate. But these doppelgangers were just too manipulative.
I nod with a bit of regret on my face. I know exactly what you mean. But let us fall to their venomous lies no more. Soon be with you on your journey.
To you as well. They will all thank you again, and then they will. Alaric will take Anek, and Rogan will take Leon's. Gosh, darn it. Okay. Yep, there we go. And then they'll take him out.
Let's see what's behind the $1,000,000 door.
It opens. And the south, that the room that you're in right now, Rothune, kind of looks very similar to um, the room that Harbin was in. Various tools, all bloodied. Another torture room of sorts. Hooks on the wall with some flesh maybe hanging off of it. Um, think all everything like that. Think of the Saw series and just let your mind take you to
Wander.
places.
God, I don't know what side these guys are on, but they're sick.
And that is another adamantine door with about 4 different locks on it.
Get the Kraken.
Have we searched We haven't searched Farbin's body, have we? Seeing that there's another door, starting to keep moving my tokens on theater of the minding. While the Echo is holding Farbin, Denali's gonna check his pockets and see if there's keys.
Okay. Give me a Yeah, investigation.
Can you give me a little assistance with your gnomish innovation, please?
Oh yeah, for sure. And I'll give her a tap on her shoulder, give her guidance. You got this.
I do not have this. Let's see. 11.
Um, you don't really find much on him. Um, um, I guess you do find like a small little doll. Um, like a almost like a voodoo doll looking thing. Um, and that's it.
Just
The
for
little voodoo.
good measure, I'm gonna hold him up by his ankles and upside down and shake him. Just for good measure. If I can't investigate, I can shake it.
I'm learning things. Um, okay. Give me acrobatics,
Not
athletics, acrobatics,
Strength? Question mark.
athletics.
19.
Okay. You shake them. Um, maybe like 20 gold pieces falls out.
Oh,
Um, really nothing else.
Useless.
Traveling light today.
I'm gonna put the 20 gold in my inventory right now, but we'll make note to split it.
Okay.
But I don't think he has the keys.
we got this far. If anything, if these luck picks eventually just aren't as effective, then you just come through and break them down. Unstoppable force.
Yes. The nest.
Or- My name is Bardaz.
Oh my gosh.
First roll was a 14. No, 13.
Nope.
These motherfucker doors. Hot damn it.
I'll give you 8 rolls. 4 of them have to succeed for you to open this thing.
Bet.
You've got this,
17.
Raccoon.
No.
You are a gnome. You've got this.
I got this. You know what? You're right. I do got this. Like, come here, motherfucker. Let's go ahead and
No.
test. My eye twitches. There's a little sweat, and I just go, fuck this door, and swing my mace at it.
Denali just goes, yes!
Wait, can't you guide yourself for each one of these?
They're with guidance.
Oh, that's with guidance? Oh, I see. Okay, you're doing the custom roll. I gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So fuck it. I'll just kind of like
So that's
where.
that's 3 fails out of 8.
Is it 8 total between the two of us?
If the lock picks.
Okay, cool.
I mean, we can't just sit here. We
Yeah,
can't
no.
just sit here for days. You know what I mean? Like normally. I don't know how would you rule this, Denali? Would you let them just sit here forever, picking this thing? Or would there?
I
don't
don't
know.
want to answer
I
because I don't want to cuck us because I'm a player.
Yeah, you would do it like once, right? And you say, sorry, you didn't do it, right?
Yeah, essentially. They'd have
Yeah.
to find another
So I'm
way.
throwing-
So if there were multiple locks, I'd allow one for each lock.
Yep.
Whether it be a lock pick, and then they could do an attack on it if they wanted to. I'd allow that for each lock.
Yep.
But it's your table, so I mean, you've been really lenient,
Yeah.
and it's been really amazing and appreciated. So don't change. Don't change anything.
Yeah,
that
I'm
you're
not.
doing.
So like I
Are these
said,
blocks made out of adamantium too?
yes, yes.
I'll be very careful how much adamantium you give us. I'll be very careful about that.
Yeah, that last one was a fail, so I'm just gonna, out of frustration, slam the mace down on the lock.
Okay.
Put your back into it.
23.
Yes, that's what I talk about.
Okay. First one breaks.
Motherfucking door. The motherfucking work, you motherfucker.
Nope.
Ow. Okay, that's brain a little on the wrist. Okay, come on, let's fucking heave.
Yeah, it's a classic door v
Nope.
party. Door often
Right.
wins.
Yep, never mind. He keeps reverberating to my wrist. You got this one, Denali. I got the first one off.
I hyped up so much, I don't know how confident I am. Let us see.
I will give you 2 chances per lock.
Oh, don't say that.
What?
Nothing. That was a test roll. Ignore that one. Okay, natural 20. I rolled a nat 1 and then a nat 20, so that second lock
So
is
it's-
done.
It's a 1-1. Okay. Go ahead. Fail. Fail.
18.
Pass.
Alright, so we got... So that's
One
3
more.
out of 4, right?
Yep, you only have 1 more swing. Oh my gosh, you did it! Okay.
Big D energy. Yes. Yes.
Very interesting. I was never really into sports, and I don't really quite understand this one. But you guys seem to be having a lot of fun. She sits down. She's mostly just reading her over her book again.
Yes, yes. My preferred sport of choice is golf ball, but sometimes just swinging the axe is sufficient.
I have a question, Polly, for you actually.
Yeah.
Since the new addition to the story in the book is in there, have you actually read through it all? Would do you think you would have read
well,
through
we
it
had
all?
the time when we came back, so but you'll be rereading it because
Okay, so
gotta
you
reread
have
the story.
finished it at least once.
yeah, probably or
Okay.
maybe close to it, depending
Okay,
on I don't
cool.
know how long it was. But yeah.
Cool. Okay. So as you guys open this door, who's going in, or is
I
anyone?
am,
Or are you
senor.
just looking in?
Gonna enter in.
So
Oh, what the fuck?
there's a dead drow right in front of you.
Vash!
One to the left
All dead?
and one to the right, all dead, manacled like to the extreme.
How many more manacles can I add to my
Oh my gosh,
inventory?
no.
Yep. Yep.
Maximum manacle.
How many do you have on you right now?
Not enough.
9?
6.
6?
Yeah.
What about the ones from Oh,
The-
they're tied
The
around the
gangbangers, they
bed.
are scissoring in bed.
They-
There's a sock on the door to let them know that we have hostages. We've sent the message.
There's a message, but it's not that one.
I can't wait for you guys to see what JJ and I have cooked up because of your guys' shenanigans.
I'd I'd say there's 4 on each of them.
Holy crap.
So,
Okay.
but yeah, they all look to be dead.
Do any of the drow look like Vesh?
Similarities,
Hmm.
but not Vesh himself.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and start searching these guys' pockets for anything like significant.
No matter what you roll, you don't find any.
Okay. All
They're
right.
tortured
than-
prisoners.
Other than gashes and stab wounds and throat slit and you know blood
It's
all over the
weird.
place.
Maybe it's a good thing Rayloff wasn't here to see this. His connection with the Underdark and Drow, that would have not been so good.
Yeah. After a couple minutes, Polly will finally notice that they did stop making noise and have opened the door. She'll go in and kind of examine all of them, like look at their features, and she's studying them, committing them to memory for future use, just in case.
I'm sorry, Dexter comes to my mind. I love that show, by the way.
Dexter's a fucking
I mean,
G.
maybe, but also, I mean, so be basically here's
It is
what
a
she
very,
does.
very
She goes
good
in,
show.
looking at them, and then she creates a minor illusion, an image of each of them in turn, and like it looks at the differences. She's basically like if we want to describe who these people are to somebody, she can create a minor illusion replica image of them.
Nice.
Okay.
So
I just hear Dexter
Uh,
music now. Da-da,
They're making another spin-off.
da-da.
oh, nice.
Are they really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's exciting, actually.
I mean-
I'm excited.
Obviously, Polly is not disturbed by dead people because she's mostly dead still technically.
Allegedly.
But
Okay,
yeah.
so very cool. So yeah, you guys don't really find anything on them. Do you wanna just investigate the there's only a little bit more, honestly. So if you wanna like follow the rest of this place, you can uncover the rest of it. We can do that in 6 minutes.
And are Rayloff and Katil okay?
Say that again?
Oh, I was asking if you guys made
They
it back
okay?
up okay.
Do they have a save or die?
Yeah, we'd probably make it up there. Okay, I'm assuming.
Yeah, there's no issues with you guys getting back up.
Okay, yeah.
Just to be clear though, Polly, she's not like taking a macabre interest or like smiling or anything. She's like, somber. She's a purveyor of information, and the identities of these drow creatures is information that would be useful to know. So actually, she would actually. Now that she thinks about it, she might probably go back and want to do the same to identify the others as well. Because they may have family members, they may be missing people, and people are missing them, and so she could be like, I
Okay.
can identify these people.
I will make a note of that as well, Polly, and I'll get you pictures of what they look like in case you want to show them to anyone. Okay?
Yeah, might possibly traumatize our own party brow, but
Look at these bodies.
I mean, she could clean it up a little bit, I mean, just I don't know. I love minor illusion, right?
Full transparency. I'm gonna be doing like to save time. I'll just be literally every door, the little bottom area in the bottom left, the staircase. Like Rothun's gonna make sure to check every nook and cranny before going back up.
Okay. So to make this simple here, all the rest of this place is kind of open. Um, there is a huge stash of supplies kind of in this back corner here, these back two rooms. Um, it
Damn.
seems as though Harbin has been this is all like stuff that can um like dried goods and things that can, like non-perishable food back here, in case the need arises. Every now and then he'll he well, I guess above the table he would just bring stuff down here, and save it up in case, you know the need arised where the whole town need to come down here for safety or whatever. Um, Now there's nothing like really other. It's just food. It's just food. There's no like supply, like maybe like some, like like basic supplies for
Small
people to
shield.
use.
Blankets?
No.
We got
Yes.
adamantium now, though. We can make you a shield.
I'm gonna have to look that up. Yep. But yeah.
Yeah, no, JJ, yeah, feel free. I know you may run a cat. That's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, there'd be like adamantine bar set in a wooden door or something, but yeah, usual
it's all
values
good.
of adamantine would
It's fine.
be. No, it won't be fine. Trust me, it won't be fine. You can retcon that. No big deal.
Okay.
Oh, I'm trying to
Um,
bling out. Don't let him retcon it.
I mean, how many castles do we really need?
Yes.
This corridor basically just kind of goes straight. There might be some dips and like this, but it just goes on for miles. There might be a couple more rooms like this off of it, like for like the next, I don't know, quarter of a mile. But then after that, it's just the hall that goes and
Emergency
goes and
exit.
goes. So I mean, you guys can try to go that way. Um, Above table, it's
Nah.
going to be pretty far. But you don't. I mean, the only way you'll know how far is if you actually do it. So it's up to you guys if that's what you want to do. But
Nope. Polly
Not
has a
gonna
plan. She's a clever plan. She has a clever plan. She sends Cuddles. Says, Cuddles,
Nice.
go and race down to the end of the tunnel. Keep track of what you see. I'll bring you back in like a half hour.
Cuddles gets the zoomies and just takes off.
Yep. Run like, just scampering off in the dark.
a half hour of running. Okay.
Sure. I assume that
so
would
you-
be far enough.
So you tell Cuddles to come back in a half an hour. Basically.
Oh no, she unsummons and then resummons Cuddles back where she is. Because there's no range on unsummoning them. You can put them back into their hidey hole.
Mm-hmm.
And then
She
resummon it as
she can't
a
mentally.
ritual.
She can't look through them, their eyes, or telepathically communicate once Cuddles gets beyond 100 feet.
Oh yeah, that's
But
right.
once
You
she
did
comes
it in
back-
Mimic too.
Once she comes back, then she can talk to her and be like, get a rough idea of where it went. And so
Yeah.
Okay.
we can handle that, and then we can all leave out the regular entrance.
Yeah,
So.
and then with
Familiars,
familiars,
no?
yeah, and then with familiars, there's a way to basically like pocket it, so you don't have to completely dismiss it to have to like do the whole casting or ritual casting again. You can use, I
Okay.
believe it's an action, unless it.
Yeah, it's a
it
magic
hits-
action.
Yeah.
Yep.
So unless it like reaches 0 hit points, or Polly were to be like, okay, I'm done, be gone, they can basically just put
Right.
it in a pocket dimension and bring it back out.
Roll a D100 for me, Polly.
Big
Um,
money.
One time in another campaign, I set my familiar through we had gotten some runes for the destination for a teleportation circle,
Mhm.
but we didn't exactly know where it went. So I cast it and just set my familiar through.
That's amazing.
Oh man.
Familiar through 4.
Mm-hmm.
D100. There we go.
Familiars
Here
find
we
out,
get
so you
something
can
amazing.
fuck around.
18. Yeah. because they just become permanently unsummoned. Then I have to like spend, I have to like cast the spell again. But I get the same familiar back even. So
Mm-hmm.
it's
Okay,
all
I'm-
golden.
I'm gonna make a note of that. Poly
Okay.
D100.
And like Cuddles is like, not technically a cat, but it's not smarter than a cat. So
Mm-hmm.
type of information I get is is kind of limited. But get
Okay.
a rough idea probably.
Okay. That is where we'll end it for today. Sorry that it took, a while to get through this, but
No, you're all good. It
um,
happens.
yeah. Um,
Glad I
The
stayed awake
dungeon
this whole
crawl.
time now. This time, and you,
Yes.
JJ, since I know you're.
Yeah, you fucking madman.
actually, give me Rothune. Give me. Actually, would everyone be following Rothune as he goes all over the place looking for stuff?
Like a
Denali.
little
Nah, not
rat.
Molly. I was gonna say like Ruthine like simultaneously triggers every trap remaining in the place.
I got the feeling that he would be that person, so Denali's like staying, like keeping like a 10-foot distance between the two of them,
Yeah.
unless
She
absolutely
goes back
having
and she
to.
studies these two, and then she's like, and then she's like sends Cuddles off to scamper through the tunnel, and
Okay.
then we'll start making her way back to join the other two, the brothers.
Okay.
Yeah, Denali
Okay.
would essentially,
Wonder
if
Twins.
everybody else is going back, she would not leave him by himself.
Okay.
Is that okay if we
So-
use that nickname now? Can you guys be the Wonder Twins?
So real quick, Denali and Rothune, give me perception.
Mm-hmm.
Rothune, you can do it with guidance. Or if
Alright.
you want Denali to do it, but one of you gets the guidance, not both.
Keep it for yourself, my dude.
I mean, is a lot of this like kind of dark vision-y?
8.
No. It's
Okay.
it's not dark vision. It's there. Like I said, there's sconces all over the place, kind of lighting it up.
Killing.
It's not like super bright, but it's enough to where you don't really, it's like decent vision, I guess. It's more vision than Nomengard.
Gotcha. 17.
Okay. And what did you get, Denali? Is that an 8?
Yes.
Ocho.
Yeah, I got an 8.
17 for Rothune.
Make me roll the dex save. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Okay. I have made note of this, and we can pick that up next time.
All right.
Okay, very cool. And
Uh,
just so that I know, real quick, A, is anyone going to go up the staircase? And B, what do you all? Can we have like a quick 2-minute discussion? I'd really like to know what you guys are thinking, like next quest wise, or what your ideas are after this.
Well, I'm assuming we're going to the mine next after we get this whole
Yeah.
thing settled.
Is everyone in agreement for the mine?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay. Is there?
It's like
Okay.
I need to make sure so I can prep accordingly.
It's not that I want to prep. It's there's something special for the mine, and I need to know so I can coordinate with someone.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Spider-Man.